Some days I look for love. Other days I look for a freakiest freak that ever frook.
Frook is so good. I'm going to start using that. Having sex with the eye doctor. Is this better or worse?
This segment is something we like to call
The times are tough, but the memes are easy. Where we let memes tickle our funny bones to keep us from crying in 2025.
Yes. All right, you want to kick it off?
I have so many.
I know.
I have a massive backlog.
We haven't done this segment
I will try to be conservative.
We haven't done this segment in about 4 months.
I won't be. All right. Guy just walked into the coffee shop wearing a cowboy hat, and it's obvious he's not fully confident in it. Tough to see.
Okay. It's important to have ugly time. Time where you're just ugly. And just sit, and you just sit and get to be ugly. And when people say, no, you could never be ugly, shut up. It's ugly time, and it's not a bad thing. It's important.
I feel like that is absolutely coming from a woman's perspective.
Well, yeah, obviously, in this moment. But also, like, this just reminds me of something that I say to you often, or at least twice, is I'm selectively hot, okay? Like, I know this, and there are times.
I disagree.
Thank you. Great line. But there are times when you just need to be allowed to be ugly, and you don't have to be hot, and it's okay.
All right. They should make an Ozempic that stops you from going on your phone.
Seriously.
That would
What
be
is that?
a gift to the universe.
Yeah. You know, Big Pharma, are you listening?
Right.
Sorry I'm late. I was reading every ingredient label at the store and putting it back on the shelf. This is our life.
That is the sad life of someone who cares about their health.
PSA, just because you get it from Trader Joe's does not mean it's healthy.
No. Tall people act like they earned it. Which is so freaking true. Especially like I grew up playing basketball. Yeah. You know, everybody's over 6'6". Being like a 5'10" average human being felt like, you know, a hobbit.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers act like they did something to be a giant.
No hate against tall people. We love you too.
You.
It is now socially acceptable to clap when planes land.
That it's one of those things. I do this in movies too. I'm like, why are you clapping?
Every time you land and people clap, it's like, shut up, that's annoying. But now it's like, I am also clapping.
Yeah.
Because there's just been a plethora of extreme plane crashes going on.
Quit complaining about stores playing Christmas music in November and start writing some Thanksgiving songs. We wouldn't be in this situation if Thanksgiving had bangers.
In what situation? Just the state of the world?
Where we start celebrating Christmas on like September 31st. Yeah,
that's true. Right. Question. What's something you didn't realize was going to consume so much of your time as an adult? Answer. Making food and eating the food and then cleaning up all of that mess and then planning what more food to buy because I've now eaten some of my food and then going out to buy that food.
It's a hamster wheel.
We were just talking about this
adulthood.
like literally like 3 days ago where I was like, I think I put it on my story too. I was like, isn't it crazy that we just like never ending? We just have to keep buying and eating food. Like it never stops ever.
Yeah.
And I know my mom's out there. They feel that one. Something that you don't think about as a kid, honestly.
No.
Like you're just like food just magically appears in the cupboard and fridge.
Right. Making small talk with a pregnant woman. That's crazy. I actually know a guy who was a baby about 30 years ago.
Nice.
I got another one just ready to roll if you're ready for it.
No, I'm you're so excited, dude. I literally
okay, fine. Go. Well, there was a pause and I thought I had an opportunity.
Wow, he is so trigger happy, you guys. He has been like building these up for
I have 100
months.
of them.
Not being able to teleport is continuing to be a huge inconvenience for me.
It's a big deal. If you're a millennial, you grew up with the ability to apparate via your fantasy land in Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Huge disappointment. Adult life includes nothing along those lines. AI, come through for us. Maybe it's in the future.
Yeah.
Bro, did you really just mix up EG and IE in front of the hose?
In front of the hose? I still don't know the difference.
I've explained this to you before. IE, I believe, is said differently, and EG is more of like an example.
Like example.
There you go. Yeah, nice little hack. Well done if everybody wants to use that.
All right. You're so chill. Thanks. I don't care about anything anymore.
That is too real. It's weird that when seltzer water goes flat, it doesn't turn into regular water. You can still taste that something was done to it.
Seriously? Yeah. What is that?
I don't know what that is. It tastes like there's been liquid dust poured into the water.
Somebody farted into it.
Maybe.
Back in my day, there was so much toilet paper and eggs that we would actually throw them at the houses of our enemies.
Yeah, that was a common practice, and now they're the most expensive things that are in constant shortage.
If my kid took a dozen eggs out of the fridge for like egging someone's house, I would be that would be like a punishable offense.
$13 per dozen of eggs these days. What a great nap. I feel totally disoriented and I'm frothing with hate. I love this one. I never take naps. It's like 3 times a year. But if you hit that nap, there's a nap threshold where you turn into just a complete like Rumpelstiltskin. And it's about 15 minutes. You go beyond 15. If you go down for an hour in the middle of the day,
you might as well just go to sleep for the night.
And dude, it is frothing at the mouth with hatred.
The only time you can do that is when you're sick because you already feel like shit.
Yeah. And you're still so disoriented. You're like, it's daylight out. Like,
I pictured the gif of Robin Williams when he's like, what year is it in Jumanji?
For Jumanji, yeah. It's pretty perfect.
One of my biggest faults is that when I ask someone their name, I forget to listen to their name.
That is my life.
Shout out to my husband.
I immediately it's like someone in my brain is just chucking the paperwork that jotted down Bill's name.
It's like when you ask someone their name, you energetically go, la, 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 don't hear you. When I literally ask you like 15 minutes later, like, what was that person's name? You're like, don't know. Like you never planned on knowing.
Right. All right, this one sums up my experience working for the firm in my 20s. Y'all ever drink so much caffeine that for like 4 minutes you have hope?
Yeah, I do that. Anytime a friend recommends their therapist, it's like, I've seen their work. Not for me.
Having sex with the eye doctor. Is this better or worse? Better
here or here?
Or worse.
Here?
If you're watching on video, they love, it's kind of like the flight attendants when they love to like point to the doors and they use this like sacred Illuminati fucking like hand signal. The eye doctor does the same thing where they've got such a rhythm because they've tapped their fucking like, temple
here
60 times already that day. Yeah, is it ear? I thought it was their temple. Dude, my guy wanted temple action. So maybe there was a kink there.
Probably. Friend, you look stressed. Me. Yeah, it's the stress.
Congrats to drugs, really. Winning the war on drugs, by the way. Underappreciated result. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Just give me a second here. Always remain positive. Falls down the stairs. Wow, I got downstairs so fast.
I like that. That's really nice. I think women should all carry pepper spray in case a guy from TikTok tries to interview them on the street.
What's wrong with that?
I think the intention of it is that like TikTokers are annoying.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Some days I look for love. Other days I look for a freakiest freak that ever frook.
Frook is so good. I'm going to start using that. I'm both dumber and smarter than you think, so don't underestimate me because I'm actually smart about a lot of things and a lot of stuff, but also don't be surprised if I'm dumb about other stuff. Hope that helps.
I heard that in Alexis's voice.
Yeah.
From
I just said it in sort of her voice naturally.
Did. From
I didn't even
Schitt's
try.
Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Alexis. The worst character.
She is.
She says some funny stuff, but most of the time we're laughing at David and Moira.
Yeah, fill in the blank with any other actors. No offense. Couldn't name her, but yeah.
Life be simpler when you nonchalant. Soon as you start chalanting, shit go left.
Yeah, what is chalant?
Nonchalant? I don't know. That's a funny word. Like, what is the basis of that word?
I feel like if someone said, you're so chalant, I'd be like, thank you.
But nonchalant is like laid back. Like,
I know, but I feel like the word chalant warrants a kind of niceness, a positive compliment of sorts.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld doing ayahuasca and weeping as he realizes the deal with airline food. I love this.
What's the deal?
He finally gets it.
Yeah.
Like, the answer to all of his 30 years of comedy is brought to him by Mother Aya.
Do you think Jerry Seinfeld's ever done psychedelics?
I don't know. Probably the equivalent somewhere in some dark secret society realm.
I bet he has. I bet he has like he's so buttoned up and like proper and clean in his humor. He's got to have an outlet somewhere for this like secretive or dark or something.
Yeah,
Kink,
well,
something.
who knows? I'm not going to get canceled.
My kink is when people actually care about my feelings and what I have to say. That's too unrealistic. Settle for bondage like the rest of us.
Bondage?
Yeah.
All right. Pay attention to detail. Wait, you mean the thing the devil is literally in? No, thanks.
Every day I clean my house, and every day it appears nobody has ever cleaned my house for a matter of months, and I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I vacuum every day. You can attest to this. I vacuum with our Dyson, shout out, every day, sometimes twice a day. And I still continue to need to vacuum every day, sometimes twice a day. I'm like, what are we, animal? And we don't even wear our shoes in the house.
Right.
Like, what is going on?
There's like a crumb monster that walks around at night just dropping crumbs.
It's a phantom.
Wizard unhooking your bra. Yes, the orbs.
The orbs.
That was a quick one. All right. Doctor, look, you don't have any health insurance, so we're going to let you die. Me. Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, that is what it feels like sometimes. Middle names are so funny. It's like, okay, what if we gave this baby a second worse name that's a little bit of a secret? And it kind of has to be Marie.
Lots of Marie.
So
Middle
true.
names. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Sounds like something a homophobic gym teacher would say.
Your car will never make that noise for the mechanic. Your car is like, that's our special noise. I only make that noise for you.
Sorry I missed your call when I pressed decline.
Also, sometimes it's like when you get calls from people, it's like, did you
Oh, yeah.
mean to call me?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just text me?
If I even think there's a 31% chance it's a butt dial, I'm hanging up.
It's like, is that just like our millennial showing?
Yeah, we're the official generation that just stopped like getting phone calls as a normal part of life.
I said this yesterday to my friend. Shout out Cynthia. We're doing a lot of shout outs. She gave me the number to this person she recommended to me. And she's like, yeah, you can call or text her. And I was like, I'm definitely going to text her like the millennial I am.
Yeah.
I was like, call? That seems very intimate.
I like, and I give this out to like, hey, thinking of you around at 3:00. I might give you a call. Got something to talk about.
Yeah. It's like, what is that in us that we have to like text to make sure it's okay to call?
I don't know.
But like the worst thing in the world would be if someone didn't answer.
But I remember my dad used to just like call his friends. Like,
yeah, totally. From his memory.
And just to chat.
Yeah.
I would never do that to one of my friends. Now, sometimes some of my best buds that I grew up with or whatever, we catch up.
Yeah. But you schedule a catch up.
I schedule the catch up.
Yeah. It's never just like Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think it's
call.
a certain level of just overstimulation.
Also, like most of our friends are entrepreneurs, and I feel like entrepreneurs and other people too, but like you like if you're going to do something, it's in your calendar. Like you plan for it.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
you especially.
Yeah.
It's me. It's a work in progress. God isn't finished with me yet.
God,
All right. Whose
calendar
turn
nuts.
is it? You're probably going to say you.
Well, it's probably, no, I did press decline on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. By age 30, you should have at least 40 different tote bags you don't need, but keep stuffed into one larger tote bag, which is the one you technically need the most, but now can no longer access. This is exactly what was going on at our condo.
I understand. Every time you think you have the TSA procedure down is when they will tell you to keep your laptop in the bag and call you a dumb bitch. I swear, every time there's like laptop in, laptop out, little card for TSA, no card for TSA, shoes on, shoes off.
Yeah.
Bra and underwear off, whatever, it like seems to be really inconsistent. And also like discretionary by airport.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know. I'm not sure. We gotta
get to the bottom of this.
I dream of a day when paper towel manufacturers just say how many rolls are in the package and not how many hypothetical rolls would be in the package if they were some other hypothetical size. Have you ever bought toilet paper and wondered like, okay, but how many rolls is it? Because it'll say like 12 jumbo rolls equal to that of 37 real rolls.
Yeah.
What?
Weird.
What is happening here?
Weird
Just tell me
standard.
just keep them normal sized.
Yeah.
And tell me how many there are.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of toilet paper and toilets, I'm doing the opposite of a cleanse. I'm doing the clog. I love this one so much. Like sometimes everything's a cleanse. You buy any sort of protocol and it's like this, got cleanse associated with it. I like the opposite, man. I like it just eating the standard American diet, just getting the clog.
We do not do that,
No,
by
we
the
don't.
way. Whenever a car waits for me to cross the street, I wave and mouth, "Thank you," and rush across as fast as I can because I need them to think, wow, what an 11 out of 10 pedestrian. I literally think that.
That's
I'm like,
such
I don't
a
want
white
them to,
person move.
Oh, like totally. And I think it's like, it's got to be something to do with the signs. I have a lot of Virgo in me. I have a lot of Leo. Like I want to be liked and like, think I'm cool, think I'm good at whatever the thing is that I'm doing. And Virgo is like, I'm doing this right. You need to see that I
Acknowledge
am
my
the
rightness.
amazing human that I am.
Yeah.
So
I understand. I've always been pretty chill about gender. Like when Shania said, "Let's go, girls," I knew that actually included me.
yeah. Oh my God. You want to get people dancing faster than ever on the dance floor? Play Shania Twain, "I Feel Like a Woman." At any point, at any blood level, alcohol, whatever, it will get the party people going.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I need the entire airport security staff to be obsessed with how swift and low maintenance I am. Piggybacking on yours.
Yeah. And kind of a similar follow-up to your walking across the sidewalk with acknowledgement.
Yeah, there's a theme to this cluster.
Yeah. TikTok is vape. Instagram Reels is cigarettes.
Yes. Neither are good for you. One is better.
And one is more annoying.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. Maybe this is because I'm biased because I'm not on TikTok. Shocker. I have refused to use the app because I'm already on Instagram too much, like the millennial I am. But yeah, I think that to the kids, for sure, TikTok is like cooler, but still bad for you. The amount of effort that goes into having a mid physique and a clean-ish house is truly staggering.
It's true.
Think about how much effort we put into just like looking okay in a swimsuit. You look phenomenal, BT dubs. This is more so just for me. But like how much freaking effort it takes to just be like, to have a basic cleanish house.
Yeah.
And
the house cleaning thing.
And like not fat.
This is the largest space I've ever lived in as an adult, 2,300 square feet or so. And we're doing a fairly good job of keeping it clean. But it's like moderately clean.
But it's because most Fridays is my housewife day and I clean the entire house.
Waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds like an awesome time if you didn't know what either one of those things are.
We've done like 100 memes at this point.
I know, we can cut this off whenever.
I only have a few more. Am I depressed or is laying down fucking awesome?
Donate my blood? Yeah, right. And have my blood swimming around in some other guy's boner? Nice try, buddy.
My friends are so lucky I can't do a backflip. I would be so annoying. Can you imagine?
Startup day one. We expect you to be able to perform the job by yourself by the end of the day. Corporate job one. A password is a tool used to secure your computer from bad guys called hackers.
I remember.
It's so true.
It's so true.
I left the biggest firm in the world, which had literally like 3 weeks of corporate bullshit training. And they send you to Texas to go through a week's long worth of training. I go into the startup world, and I kid you not, there were no paper clips. There was no computers. People didn't work on computers.
Yeah, it was like they were using like iPads.
I walked in, I was like, so am I going to need to use my own laptop or do we have like computers here? They're like, oh no, we have a couple of Google tablets. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Such a startup. If you see a woman over 35, I feel attacked. If you see a woman over 35 with her chin on her hand looking pensive, she is not in deep thought. She is trying to find that one chin hair that suddenly appears out of nowhere and is strong enough to anchor a ship. This is so true. Like, I'm not a hairy person at all. You can attest to this. Like, my arm hair is like invisible.
You're hairless.
I wish, except for this hair. Like, get rid of all the hair except on my head. Yeah, except my head. Anyways, why? There's always just like one. It's like I have one.
You do a good job.
One hair of a beard.
You tend the garden well.
But like the worst thing is when like I'm slacking and it catches the sunlight and you're like, You play with it.
I play with it.
You've done it.
I
like
try to
twice.
activate your senses to its awareness so you can pluck it.
No, it's good. I need to know, but it's still embarrassing.
Hi, Sharks. I'm asking for $250,000 for drugs and alcohol. I love that one. All right, I can do one more.
I love how millennials and Gen Z are collectively rejecting hustle culture. No, we will not work on our rest days. No, we will not sleep for 2 hours. No, there is no glory in blind devotion to the grind. No, it is not admirable to very literally work oneself to the grave. Not very funny, but true.
It is true. I wish I could adopt a little bit more of that. Whenever I'm trying to spell unnecessary, I just hit N, C, and S until autocorrect kisses me on the forehead and tells me to stop. Like, I got it from here, bud. Nice try. Know what you're trying to do. Let me take it from here.
But also, like, thank God for spell check sometimes, because sometimes, like, especially when you're texting and you just kind of like brain fart on how to like spell the word, whatever the word is, and you kind of just like move your thumb in like the general direction. It somehow gets it right. You're like, well done. Another day without using y equals mx plus b. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I literally have not thought about y equals mx plus b until I saw this meme 4 days ago.
Yeah, no.
Which just shows you how
Useful
ridiculous, like 92% of the things that we learned in school, just useless.
Some math turd. Some math turd / nerd just completely had a brain aneurysm.
The only time you use this is probably if you're a math teacher or if you're, I don't know, an engineer. Like, I literally don't even remember what y equals mx plus b was for. Like, why these letters?
I'm not going to try.
Good stuff.
Great.